Welcome out to another week of Gundam Wingsday. Hope you've had a good week as we're in that in-between stage between Christmas and the new year. I'm super excited to actually have better broadband internet. Got consistent frames per second and no frames being dropped. Let's consider our fingers crossed. So it only took an ISP change in order to get that. So super excited to be working on Vayeate. I actually just did a few things while we've been away, and that is I actually took off this bar like while the gun was being held because it just was not nearly as cool looking in the handling, and I added on these extra shoulder pieces as well, which we got to see them. They're fully painted and have the additional pieces on as well. So it came out. V8 is looking pretty sharp, if I do say so myself. I like him quite a bit. It's actually really been a great kit to build, and it's actually almost done. So we're going to be working on the feet and legs today, in addition to that. And so some other fun things that did want to show up as well is that I've been doing once again some rebuilds. So I've been taking it apart, rebuilding, maybe even repainting. In addition to that, one of those projects that happens to be Tall Geese Valkyrie, which I think it was pertinent here. So this was originally a red version of Tall Geese, but I'm going with the Build Fighters Tall Geese Valkyrie, which is gonna kind of got like this Leo color, maybe Zaku color scheme for it. So super awesome with this build so far. I'm super excited for it. In addition to that, so problem is that I'm building way too many other things. I need to just focus on what I actually am building on. And then the other beast that I'm working on is this has been a rebuild completely, but burning a star burning Gundam. So going with this and just have had to pretty much start from scratch here. But it's coming out really good actually. I'm kind of happy with what we've got going on here. The secret for this one has literally been black primer for absolutely like everything. So black primer has been the way to go for this one, as all the white was like trashed in general. So black primer and then going over with white has helped it to come back to its actual white color where it needed to be. So a few more touch-ups to be had. The arms are on their way as well for this, so super excited to show you the final product as well when this one is done. So, but nonetheless, though, we're here to work on V8 this evening. Hopefully, you're going to be building along with me something of the sort yourself. So, kick back, enjoy while we got put on some music and start going to work. I actually just finished watching some Gundam Wing, the episodes where V8 and Mercurius fight Wing Zero, just to kind of get some more reference points as well. Reference points are very key for me with trying to get them to be their accurate forms. Feels like it's been a little bit of time here. Got some other builds to work on. I got my, what is it called? Unicorn Gundam to also work on Sunday, so that's going to be happening at least this Sunday. That's pretty cool. No cleanup at all required there for this ankle piece. It's a really interesting design. We got two of them. I'm going to leave that one for Mercurius. And that one for Mercurius as well. Here we go. And I'm just clipping straight out these as well. No buffer here. Just because all the cutting points are actually hidden. So that's pretty awesome and fantastic. These are going to have to be painted though, so we're not going to fully commit to taking care of all of it right now. And we're finally getting into some of the PC pieces. There's like barely any for this Gundam. Like the PC pieces are literally just that. Like that's it. These ball joints here, and they look like they're only here at the ankle and legs. I guess there was one somewhere else. I've already got one missing. Alright, got blue feet to go here. It's been nice to actually just paint with some basic colors too. I mean, there's only been one custom color here, and that's for the little bit of the arms, a little bit of the head, and a little bit of the torso. Well, unlike with which other one? That Star Burning Gundam, I've actually been having to do a lot of custom coloring to get it to look close to what it's supposed to look like. So, oh, got some fun Gundams that came in as well recently. I am stoked to show you as well. What did I get from Japan? Especially because, man, some things are just being super delayed. I am like dying to get my Virtue Gundam here, but like no stores in America have received them yet, or at least the online stores. We have received, first off, a triple action base as a spoiler of what it's going to be about. So to allow for 3 of them to be set up, and 3 of the black TriStar Zakus. Yes, sir, the real grade versions of them. As soon as I saw these, I had to get them, and they look fantastic. Tons and tons. I mean, look at this. Look at these. Got 4 weapons here for this bad boy. The colors are fantastic as well. The decals look great, and they have decals for all 3 units. You can see 0, 3, 2, and 6. 3, 2, and 6. So, the new bad boy on the block. I'm excited to get all 3 of those done. And once I am done with these rebuilds, that is literally what I'm going to be moving to, is getting those TriStars built. I do love building me some real grades. I don't think I've done any real grades yet on our stream here, so we'll see what we can do about that. Maybe that'll be a Gundam Wings, a Sunday build. Except I was planning to do Master Grade Exia Repair 3. It's also a build I'm really looking forward to. So, and then there's also, what is it, this past week, it looks like there's an I haven't seen an official announcement, but I've kind of seen some prototype pictures of an Iron-Blooded Orphan suit coming out. So it's another Iron-Blooded Orphan, specifically Gundam from that series. And right now I have all the Gundams, and kind of the idea is to recreate the Calamity War. So been looking at it, keep my eyes peeled, waiting for the official announcement from Bandai about it before I snag it up, just in case. But it looks like it's going to be another pre-order. Pretty cool. It's Gundam Amadeus. I've seen it as Amadeus, or I've seen it as Asmodee as well. So that's why, until I get some official stuff from Bandai, I'm not going to pull the trigger on pre-ordering. And if I don't see it in Kurama Toys, it's usually not the best one. Beard Pills, good to have you here. It's been too long. Hopefully your holiday's been good and work hasn't been too crazy for you. Alright. Most of our feet pieces cleaned out here. Good news about this is that this fits in here first. We get our ball joint in here. Goes in the base of the top of the foot, interestingly enough. And the reason why we're putting it together like this first is to actually see if we need to do a lot of sanding. Because yeah, this is going to be covered up, that's going to be covered up over there. We're still going to need to paint. Actually, matter of fact, we might want to paint that just straight up like the gunmetal or the gray color that we got going on. So we got a little bit of sanding there, needs to be done a little bit there. But that came out nice and smooth. This once again been a great kit. Like Bandai has really, like for a P Bandai, it's as if they mass produced this one. Because these are all unique parts. These are not like the Leo parts or anything else. So it's been really, really solid. It's been a really good build to be working on. Two more here. B11 stuff. We are actually going to also be on the road again, coming here shortly for Workwise. So that means we're going to have a where is Gunpla and Chill going to be at? And wait and see till not this weekend but the next. We'll be out and about. So we'll have 2 Wednesdays, 1 Sunday out in the field. Meaning that we'll get to see Gundams somewhere else. And hallelujah, guys, we are 15 minutes into tonight, and there has not been a single frame drop. So thank you so much, new ISP. Switched over from Cox to AT&T, which yes, it's broadband, but their upload speeds were just such a big difference here. They're pretty consistent too. So Cox was giving me really bad upload speeds, which was impacting you guys. You weren't able to see things nice and smooth, and hopefully we're seeing it at that steady 30 frames per second. Alright, I need to get some sandpaper. I think I have some with me up here. Surprisingly, I do, but I don't. I don't want to use these ones, but looks like we are at no choice. See, I have used them for when I finish sanding up the arms, specifically. Now, I did actually, interestingly enough, make this bad boy double-sided. So now I'm using a 400 on one side and then an 800, excuse me, a 600 on the other. Those are my 2 major grits that I use, anyway, to help smooth some things out. But the 400 is definitely my go-to on this. Is like I'm looking to get something nice and how to say prepped for. I have been seeing myself that I use this to get started with, and then I'll go back to my God Hand ones to finish buffing them out. Since those ones are just really, really nice in general. But these are great for making those flat edges. So this is the disc bay, and once again it's a polycarbonate. So it's very, very firm. But once again, does a great job at making flat edges. Another big thing recently that I knocked out on my PlayStation is that I platinum trophied Dark Souls 1 Remastered on PS4. And I have to say, man, Dark Souls 3 is so polished. It was awesome to play Dark Souls 1. It's a fun story, but man, Dark Souls 3 is just so polished, so clean. Love that game so, so much. I literally think I've played through the whole thing now 4 times? But Dark Souls 1 was... Yeah, I mean, if you like those style games, it's definitely one you want to go play, but overall in general, Dark Souls 3 is where it's at for that fantasy. My favorite from software happens to be Sekiro still. Sekiro is just... I love the Japanese mythology there. I love the setting. And then I love to try to get good at the pairing system. It's a game that you just can't pick up. You gotta practice with it for sure. But yeah, Sekiro's got some great mythology behind it. If you've ever done any like Japanese mythology study at all, it's a really tuned in for it. Granted, I guess From Software is a Japanese developer, but how many other games actually really focus on Japanese lore? They're usually much more medieval with their items. Demon Souls, Dark Souls, both medieval. They got some good length. I want to say the platinum trophy for me there. Beard Pills took me. No wait, I know for a fact. I looked at my save file after I had platinum trophy. It took me 86 hours. So there's good length to them. The difficulty also makes it take a little bit longer than maybe some other story related games. But in general, the difficulty does obviously take it more time. But more time, like the first playthroughs for any Dark Souls for me always takes the longest. So we're talking about like easily like 34 to like 50 hours to beat the story for the first playthrough. But the main reason why is the exploration. And if you like go without doing any exploration, it's much faster game, obviously. But there's just so much to explore, which means you also have to be more cautious with how you approach enemies and stuff. So since you're being more cautious, it does take more time. But if you were just go to straight storyline, I think I did the whole story itself in the second playthrough in like 8 hours. It wasn't very long at all. But I'm not gonna lie though, I had to get some help on some bosses because I got tore up by the Four Kings in New Game Plus. Ooh, they were so hard in New Game Plus. New Game they were chump change, but New Game Plus tore me up. Yeah, they're great. They're really great pastime. Really good way to be able to practice with not having to like fully dedicate your life to like playing Call of Duty to be competitive there. I feel like Call of Duty, if you want to be competitive, you have to like dedicate every day to it nowadays. It feels like because it's so competitive nowadays. All right, so we got the feet ready. I have my God Hand stuff out in my painting area, so I'm gonna put those for the side for now. And we're gonna really work on these legs. Oh, those are from Mercurius, so I'm gonna get rid of those out of my area. It's just crazy to think that we've only got a few more pieces left and we're done with Vayeate. It's been such a good high grade to work on. C2, 4, and 5. Yeah, Beer Pills, that's a true statement. You have to be 18 years and younger, maybe even British. Like that's kind of a requirement. It feels like nowadays for it to be good at Call of Duty or competitive at it. But hey, do your thing. What is this for? Oh, that might be the waist. Yeah, I actually tried to do the Call of Duty. What was it? Which one was it? The newer version of Modern Warfare. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I mean, Modern Warfare 4. Is that technically what it is? Oh, dude, Switch is like great for indies. I'm very really big fan of the Switch. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the Switch, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is so good. So good. I loved it so very much. Played the mess out of it actually. But yeah, I was trying to play the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, if that's what number it technically is. I don't know actually because it just says Modern Warfare, but I know there's a Modern Warfare that came out on like PS3 and 360 back in the day. Anyway, they really need to work on their naming conventions. But with Modern Warfare, I was trying to do the story and stuff, but it kept needing to update all the time just for frickin' multiplayer, and I was just so annoyed by it. So I never even finished the story, and I wanted to though. I heard it was a really good one. So, and yes, I understand you're looking at Ultimate Alliance 3. It's definitely worth it. It's very comic booky, which is fantastic. Um, it was super funny because I had somebody over to play it as well, and they're like, "This is nothing like the movies." It's like, no, it's like the comic books that they're based off of. Oh, that's awesome. So look at this. We just reconnected this up. There's a couple nub marks right here and right here, but everything else they did their own like scribe in here for the connecting joints. So it doesn't need like hardly any sanding at all. It's perfect. It's a perfect connection for these. I'm guessing these are the knee joints, which is once again they really treated this much like it's a mass-produced suit. Like a lot of people were gonna go after it, which I'm sure they sold out. But it's awesome. This has just been a phenomenal build. If you can find your hand on this high grade duo, highly recommend getting it. It's such a clean build. I've had to hardly do any, like, what was it? The only seam line repairs is actually for the shoulders right here and then right here, but we just created those panel lines and that's it. That has literally been it. And that's, considering how some higher grades are, that's like very minimal work, which is just mind blowing to me. This is not a holiday purchase. This was a purchase back in the day. They came out maybe late last year. I'll have to look it up exactly, but they were a pre-order. We dedicated Gundam Wingsday specifically just so we could build Gundam Wing kits, and this is definitely one of those ones that was up there. So I don't know which one we're gonna do after Mercurius though. Maybe we'll go Master Grade. We got some Master Grades to do. We got the real grade Wing Gundam, so we'll see. We're still got the Mercurius to do as well, so we're still a few Gundams away, or a couple Gundams away. But we will see. And I will show you guys as soon as it comes in, though, that Virtue Gundam. I've seen nothing but super amazing things for it. I'm not gonna be able to have the time to build it because it's got so many parts. It's gonna be a huge box. I'm sure it is. It's gonna be absolutely massive. It's gonna be like probably like this thick, which is like the double thickness for any master grade, but still the normal size of a master grade box. I'm sure it's just gonna be huge. From what I saw from one of the unboxings of it, is that it's got the armor is double layered. And what I mean by that, it's not just, hey, we got a piece of plastic, we're gonna put it over on top of it. No, they did it just like the show, how it would have its connectors on the inside of it and everything. They spared no missing of any detail. And so it should look absolutely stellar. I've seen some finished products of it, and it's just absolutely stellar. And it's everybody's saying it is a go get kit, like you must have it. So keep your eyes out. They shipped November 25th out in Japan, but since Japan's been very finicky about getting kits over to the US as of late, I would suspect that it's going to be very, very shortly here in January coming our way. So tell me guys, have you played any other games recently? Something over the holiday season to pass the time? When we're not at work, not at school? Oh, Beard Peers, I gotta ask though, did you get the OLED switch or did you get the original model? Or did you get a light? Oh, Breath of the Wild version, huh? Very nice. Quite a fun game there. That's interesting. That goes on the inside. Ah, I see why. I see why. Ooh, got that white one. I'm actually gonna go with these straight nippers for that cut. Oh goodness. I think we finally found the first like flaw in design here. These thrusters are supposed to be colored. I mean, they're supposed to be the color of thrusters. But they are not. So yeah, there's that thruster. Those would have to be painted. Actually, probably hand painted, as a matter of fact. Ooh, if you haven't played it, Hades on the is a good roguelike as well that is available on the Switch. Unlike some other roguelikes, you actually keep your upgrades and stuff as you go, which is pretty fun. So this one, we look like we're gonna have to do some seam line repair, but we'll check it out. Soft snap it first, of course. Right, so that's the front. This goes like this. Oh, it's not bad. Actually, there's not a seam there. There's actually a scribe line in general. And on the other side, this is going to be covered. Well done once again. The only thing is that right here, like this is not going to be perfectly. I mean, this is going to need maybe some seam repair. Let's see how the cover looks for it. Let's see how the cover looks before we commit to doing any of that. How much of it is exposed? Yeah, if you have actually Xbox Game Pass, what is it? Hades is included with it right now for both PC and console. So if you want to try it out there and then you want to keep it mobile with the Switch, that's how you do it. So interesting, they gave it a scribe line like all the way down here. There's a slight bit of what could be done as a, you're not going to see much of it. Especially because is that the rear? Yeah, that's the interior of the leg. That's the interior of the leg, so you're not going to see much of that. I might actually just leave it. This will need sanding. You can see there's the scribed that they already got in. Yeah, Hades has gotten expensive because it's just so daggum good. So, but it goes on sale though. It'll go on sale eventually. I'm sure of it. I didn't see much of a Switch sale this year though. Oh, and also, weirdly enough, try to buy games at Walmart for your Switch. If you're getting like physical copies, Walmart always sells them for cheaper. I have noticed. We're gonna send the rest of that down later, and look at how this does. Yeah, it's kind of not visible. We're gonna paint this this whole area right here. Probably that's our steel color that we've got going on. So that'll be very easy to paint once again. It's just right there. So yeah, then we're gonna send the rest of that down out in the garage. Well, that's very interesting though. I don't know if I've ever seen like a. This is the front, so that clips in like that. Oh, that snaps in. That's pretty cool. That's real cool. And it snaps well. This is actually a great leg design. I know I keep saying that for this build, but it has just really been super good. Like, I've been nothing but impressed. And especially for a high grade, I expect this level of like covering of parts and everything on a master grade for sure, even on a real grade. But this is a high grade. This is like a $20 kit. Granted, I guess together they were 40, but because they came as a set. But that's how ridiculously awesome they have been. That actually really gets me excited for the other, like, what are they? Gundam Wing high grade kits, because I've got all the ones that came out this year and last year as well, and so there's just one more that's gonna come out for to complete the original 5, and that should be Shenlong Gundam, so that is gonna be an exciting one. Look for that pre-order as well, guys. That one's gonna go like crazy. Goose Game. I haven't heard that one. Beard Pills. there's a nub there that's very ugly, but it needs to be taken care of with a knife. Alrighty, let's check out the next part of the leg, which is going to be the bottom. I mean, yes, the calf region. You have a couple parts. Where does this go? Oh, must be part of the waist. Cause this is the ankle. Yeah, that's got to be part of the waist, like one of the sides of the waist. But look at that! Woo woo! Almost done with another runner. Actually, almost done with the runner for this kit. That would be the first one, actually. I'm interested to see how this one turns out, though, because this is just two pieces connecting together. So are we gonna have to do some mending? I'm always looking for that myself. When I'm working in a high grade kit, I'm always looking to see if I have to mend, and lo and behold, they didn't. They made it awesome. There is actually a groove in here, right there, so that way you can panel line it. It's gonna be great. No seam repair required. I really wish I would have brought my soft sanding sponges in here today versus my hard flat ones. I would have got more done, per se. This is particularly going to come out nice because these are just going to be straight paint. Like, we're just going to snap these together and then I'll paint them up. Because of that, how those panel lines are. So let's see how this sits. Recommends putting this in first. Oh, also, another game that I happen to be like a really big fan of. It's not out on Switch, at least not the sequel, but the sequel just came out recently. If you've ever played the game Origami, which is available on Switch, but Origami 2 came out and looks amazing. And it has 3-person co-op, cross-platform, just like the first one was cross-platform as well. So if you ever want to play, find somebody named Sanaju K on PlayStation or pick your console. I got it for Xbox Game Pass, so I have it on PC and Xbox right now because it is available for included with Xbox Game Pass. I am going to go ahead and cut out these other ones right now because they're the exact same on the other side. Well, look at that. That's it. It is time to toss a runner. Final piece right there. This runner is actually a little bit special. There is a backup headpiece in case it ever gets broken. So I am thankful for it. So I definitely keep these. I actually have multiple ones for my XE real grades because they all came with duplicates. So I have kept them all to make sure that there is. And it happened. One of my XEs fell, one of the V-fins broke, and that is why we have saved some of our Gundam parts. So if Beard Pills, have you played Origami, the first one? Because the first one is available on Switch, and it's definitely still a good play. And they have the full edition. I think it's called the Shadow Edition, where it has all the DLC included with it too. Very good. I try to support some of those indie games. So for Origami, when it came out, I was really crazy and I bought 3 copies. I have a Switch version, I have a PS4 version, and I have a PC version. And that's how much I enjoyed that game, and I wanted to have all the chances I could and no excuses for anybody to say, hey, I can't play co-op. And I was like, nah, if you get a computer, I can make it. And yes, its co-op is online only, sadly. It's not couch co-op. This ended up being a lot more about video games tonight than it did some Gundam stuff. I'm not mad at it. But, in all retrospects, though, I did get an amazing gift this past Christmas from a Secret Santa. Yes, it is a Gundam head. But it actually opens up and is a... I'm using it for haichus right now. But overall, in general, it is supposed to be for a cup holder. Or mug if you want to drink from that. I don't want to drink from that, but I'll hold my cup in it. Yep, I'm being terrible. I'm eating haichus right in front of you guys. And on top of that, I'm chewing right in your ear. I am terrible. But it's so good. I put my haichus in the Gundam cup holder. That way I didn't eat them all at once because I love haichus. Especially the grape flavor. It tastes literally like Japanese grapes, which are phenomenal. Because I will eat them all. Alright, we got the other half of the legs to do. The top calf part. Wow, top calf. What does that even mean? The top thigh. And I'm not gonna fully sand these. I'm gonna clip them down, but I want my other sandpaper, and I didn't bring it, so as that is the case, then we're just gonna deal with what we got for right now. The good news is that most of this just clips together and looks solid from the start. Oh, did I not put that in? Oh, no, wait. Is there one there? Nope, just the thighs. there's that. Clip this down. Alright, all the leg pieces are ready for some sanding and some painting. That was so fast for tonight. Get all the pieces that we need right here, all ready to be had. And you can check out the differences between the blues. Like, they're a little bit different, but the satin feel is pretty solid, pretty nice. And it's a little bit sharper of a blue, I want to say that, more defined blue versus this one's a little bit darker, maybe a hint of like a dash of red in there or purple. Not much, but it's definitely enough to show in real life. But there's our legs. Those are our leg pieces. So we're not gonna obviously fully snap them together. So we're gonna just move on over to the torso. Well, excuse me, not the torso. The waist joints. So I think we got some opportunity here for some things and stuff. Let's check it out. Nope, not that one. Yep, that was correct. This is indeed the waist in general. And these are for the actual leg joints, but I didn't cut them out for right now. I probably should, so I don't forget about them. I am not going to paint these though, at all, because they are not going to be seen in the slightest. Looking at the picture here, like it's assembled, like you can barely see those cracks. So if you don't have to paint some of those important joints like that, please do not. It'll hinder their performance. Now, weirdly enough though, at the same time though, if a joint happens to be like really loose, you do want to paint those. And the reason why is because it makes it much tighter. It's kind of weird. But these are super stiff, like all the other joints have been really, really stiff. If this is like this, we need this one to be the opposite. There we go. Alright, those are the leg caps. These go in this bad boy. Like, how does it go in actually? That's this leg. This goes in the side, but it's the front, so what I mean by this is the front, this is the front piece. Okay, so that's how it goes in. Look at that. It's like a double jointed hip. Weird. How does that look on a human? Double jointed hip. Alright, so let's check out what we got going on from here. Oh, there's our final PC piece. So that goes here. And then we've got these ones going on. There's one small one here, so we can't forget about that. C23, C323. It looks like it goes actually inside. I'm going to go ahead and clip it out for right now. I see where it goes in the instructions. But that is now another runner down. So we need these two. And it's kind of, okay, so these actually kind of fit in and roll backwards as well. Kind of hard to snap into place though. Yeah, there we go. Now they're flush. Okay, that's how they sit. Pretty cool mechanism design. Okay, simple enough, but smooth enough. And then we got our other pieces here. This is the back of the waist. This is the first part of the front. Weirdly enough, I did not cut enough. I cut other things from Mercury's runners. Alright, let's see how this finishes up. We'll definitely need a little bit of sanding there. This goes in the back. Alright, very nice, very nice. Pretty straightforward. Just soft snapping it into place. We'll take it apart for painting. I don't think we'll actually need to paint any of the waist though, which is once again key and important because there's a lot of joints there. And they're all pretty firm already. I see a problem though. I don't know the color of something based upon these images. Alright, that goes there. A little bit of sanding on there on the side too, just a little bit. There, that'll probably use like a 800 to 1000 grit to just smooth it up just a little bit. So we have that, and then this goes inside of that. We're not going to put that inside though. But what we are going to have to figure out though is this, whatever it is, this thruster, this exhaust support, another runner gone. Is this all like steel color? The problem is that there's this, because it's a P bandite, there's no color for it, so we're gonna have to look it up real fast. There's not a massive number of pictures. Oh, and of course the original pictures show it as completely blacked out because of the shadowing. Alright, so the original models way back in the day, it's all solid blue. Okay, an upgraded version of the Vayeate has it fully painted. Deviant art. Somebody give it all blue. All blue again, all blue again. Alright, I think we're safe to say it's all blue. You know what we might really need to do is actually just go back and look at the show. But that's what we watch Gundam sell. It does have a part number. It does have a part number. The part number is, if you're most curious about it, it is A23. I'm just basing upon, like, cause Tall Geese is like the daddy suit of all Gundams and Gundam Wing. It's fully painted all the way through. So it's fully painted in this instance. The problem behind it, though, the reason why this is even an issue is because it's a lot of taping and a lot of round taping too in order to get that correct. Unless we just hand paint it, we could just hand paint it as well. So, I don't know. I'm gonna ponder upon that one before I commit to anything there. We're gonna see how this actually snaps in specifically. How about that? Fits in. There's already a peg hole for it as well, so we can sit in the stand. Yeah, everything else is really solid with that. I just have that one question there. So, but yeah, there we go. All parts are actually cut out now, ready for painting. Well, for the most part, I gotta sand a few things down, but ready for painting. And we've got our Vayeate really going into good shape. We'll do some finer detail for next week. What I mean by finer detail is we'll do some of the, like for instance, finishing up pieces here of the rifle and cleaning things up. We also have to do the. I have been so lazy, guys, and I know I want to show you this, but doing the reverse washing for the charging grid for the Vayeate rifle. So I will show that next time too. Oh, maybe not next time. We'll be on the road, so I'm not bringing my airbrush gun on the road. But we will do the finer details, so that'll be the very last thing for our Vayeate here. So, oh, I lied. We didn't clip these out. Let's do it. I mean, these just need to be painted and they just sit on the side, but still, waste pieces. Alright, there we go. Just a little bit of sanding to finish up. This will be ready for you guys to see some finer details, so we probably will be able to panel line, do some of the final brushing as well that we need to, and Vayeate will no longer be legless. He will have some legs next time you see him. So, thanks for tuning in tonight. Hope you have a fantastic holiday, and we'll catch you on the new year, as a matter of fact. So, if you stay tuned in for, we will be rocking out with just our normal Gunpla and Chill on Sunday, maybe a little bit longer than normal, so we can build all the legs for Unicorn Gundam. Excited to bring that to you as well. So, until I catch you next time, have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you later.